today because the wind is starting to pick up.
Yep. Well, that'll be great on live, on a podcast.
Hey, we may lose one of these canopies. There it goes.
Oh, boy.
I knew that was going to happen.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas.
Live?
Yeah, you're live, Irma. Welcome. What's up, Irma? How you doing? We got you. Hey, we're tapped into your computer there too, where you work. We can actually see you on video. I hacked your computer. So beautiful earrings today, Irma. You're always beautiful. Very nice.
You're so silly.
Three, two, one. Bring us in, J. Tomp.
Come on, man. They're just throwing it at me this morning.
Bring us in, J.
Guys,
Tomp.
welcome in this morning. Sorry we are late. Had some technical difficulties trying to get everything arranged.
No technical difficulties. I was just running slow.
Well, same difference, man. I wasn't going to throw you under the bus.
Throw me under the bus all day, man. What is that, like Speed? Is that movie?
Yeah, Speed.
Yeah.
The bus movie.
Yeah, don't throw me under that bus. That was scary, man.
Oh, my.
Welcome in. Here we are, man.
A little late, but better late than never.
Here we go on a tactical Tuesday.
Yeah, and here comes Rob with his T-shirt.
Yeah, I had to come in with my T-shirt. I put this shirt. I'm not one to ever put down, especially anybody else, but especially myself. I just don't believe in like speaking negativity over your own life.
No.
But dude, I gotta lay off the snacks. Last night, HEB had this combo loco deal going on. And it's one of those in the end caps where you buy this and get this. Well, they had HEB sausage, man, and it's not bad.
That is my favorite.
Well, what was it? They had buy the sausage, get the baked beans, the ranch style beans, get the cheese. It was kind of like a little hot dog sausage wrap party going on. But then what did they throw in? Get the HEB chocolate chip cookies as well, free.
And you just couldn't.
Those things were gone in like 2 days, man.
2 days?
And it's showing up right here this morning. And I'm going to be public about this because I am back to the heaviest that I have ever been in my life. Someone said children will do that to you. Well, if you allow them to.
Yeah.
But the deal is, man, I got to start eating better. Look at this, man. I look like a pear, dude. Man.
Oh, man, you don't look bad, dude.
Good night. That's why I'm kind of leaning all weird. I used to have a buddy that was
you always leaning weird on me. So I'm trying to get that right angle so nobody sees it.
Yeah, it's kind of, and then I got this farmer's tan going on from attending Sam Houston Bearcat practices. I mean, it's just, oh, goodness.
I saw something just pop up on the screen.
Nah, there's a couple of
Did you see who's on there?
Yeah, Jerica.
Yeah.
There she is. Jerica all the way from Fargo. You betcha. You're always, Jerica, you know what? We need about 50 more Jericas to join us from Fargo.
I'm waiting for her to reach out so we can do the Jerica fundraise, be on the show.
I like that. A lot of people joining us. We'll get to that in a minute. Let's go ahead and welcome and formally,
yes,
welcome you in, everybody. Thanks for joining us here on what we call Tactical Tuesday. Now Jennifer Augustinetti calls it Terrific Tuesday, and that's okay.
We'll take anything we can get.
But it's Tactical Tuesday because we are with our friend Jason Thompson of Guardian Defense.
All right.
They're your local experts in all things firearms, taking care of your family, personal safety.
Yes.
And we'll talk more about Jason. And also a special guest is here in the studio that's brought to you by our friend Elliot Herzlich over at Elliot's Jewelers. We wouldn't be able to be here without him. By the way, Terri Coleman joining us today.
Thank
We're
you.
so
Looking
blessed.
forward to it.
Your real estate expert. We've got a new section. We're going to mention that's on the website now. But we've got two great ladies in our community that are now known as our real estate experts here on Hello Huntsville. And today we're going to hear from one of those experts who's
Yes.
The lovely Miss Terri Coleman sitting
Well,
right,
thank you.
right next to old Jay Tomp.
It was a wonderful surprise when you told me she was coming.
Hey, is that okay if we just, is it Jay Tomp? Is that like
That's fine.
What would be your hip hop name?
I have no idea, Rob. I am not a hip hop guy.
And don't ask me that question because I have no idea either.
Yeah, I always make
I
it.
don't even listen to hip hop.
Yeah, well, you won't go get you introduced to Notorious
I mean,
B.I.G.
like 80s rap at best.
We want to welcome everybody in this morning, too, that's joining us on the Spirit Radio app. Yesterday was our biggest day on the app, by the way. I had 20 people listening on the app, and that was exciting.
Oh,
and
yes.
So maybe this morning you don't have the app yet. It's a contemporary Christian internet streaming station that's focused. I mean, we've got really a global mission, but to be honest with you, we generate a lot of the content for Huntsville. But I always say it like this now. We've rebranded. I've had it for 2 years. We've rebranded and call it the Spirit of Huntsville, heard around the globe. And
I like that.
the good word in Matthew talks about the Great Commission, and we're called to make disciples of all nations. And that's kind of where the idea for Spirit Radio was born. But we really want Huntsville to kind of be that shining light. And I've been talking a lot to Dr. Alvin Jones over the last few months, and he has been in this community. In fact, he brought National Day of Prayer to Huntsville 20 years ago. He works, or he's on, not on staff, but an advisor with First Baptist Church here in Huntsville. And so I've got to know Dr. Jones very well. And we just feel like that there's something so great happening in this county, in this community. And, we want folks to know that you're loved no matter where you're at, and our Creator, Jesus, is the one. And so, that's kind of why we rebranded Spirit Radio, and excited about that. And today's going to be a fun day, though. We do have a special guest alongside. Terry's here, which is our first special guest. We got another special guest that you're just going to have to hang out until the end of the show. 'Cause you're not going to know who it is.
We're not going to let it out of the bag.
We were going to have her on first, and I decided let's keep the anticipation going.
Yes.
Keep people hanging on.
We have to.
And go from there. But
And this is a special lady.
it is very special.
Yes.
Very special. We love her dearly. And so you do know now that it is a lady. And you do know that she's special, and you do know that she's loved.
Yes, and that's all they're going to get for now.
And you're not going to get the rest of it until the end of the show.
No.
So, friends, we want to know that you're out there this morning. Let us know what you're thankful for as you're chiming in today. Again, great show lined up. We're going to hear from Terri Coleman with Coldwell Banker and some exciting news that she is working on, and a big announcement coming up just a couple of days ago for your team, Terri. And so we're going to pop that up and let folks know about it, and just celebrate all things good happening here in our community. There's so much good going on. A Fair on the Square is right around the corner. We just posted an article on HelloHuntsvilleTX.com yesterday about, I was like, man, that's less than a month away.
It is.
So, and
we were talking about that yesterday.
You know what the good news is this year, there's no football game that's going to interfere with it. No Sam Houston football game.
Oh,
that'd be
can
great.
you imagine what the crowd is going to be like that day?
Yeah, it's going to be.
That is going to be amazing.
Do you guys get down to
see.
Fair on the Square?
We try.
Do you get down?
I do.
So, yeah, it's and then Friday, they're going an hour late, too. They're going till 6 o'clock on Saturday this year.
Really?
Well, they knew that they wanted to give you an extra hour, Jason.
Okay.
So, Laura
Well,
said.
I have to go early because I have a plane to catch that day.
Yeah.
So the extra hour is going to, they need to add it to the morning. I'm the morning guy.
Well, the good news is Friday, they get started with a band Friday night. So, no excuse, Jason. Laura Green at the Chamber said, look, I watched the show. There's that handsome feller, because, in East Texas you call people feller.
Feller?
She goes, there's that handsome feller that's on that show with you over there. And, he's not in the Chamber, but we're going to go ahead and just get that. We're going to go ahead and get that extended hour for him. So they did it for you.
They did it just for me.
Yeah, they were trying to entice you.
My
And then you
God.
don't even show up. Then you're going to have to get on a plane and leave.
Well, I have to. I have a commitment I have to go take care of.
Look at this big guy over here, Terry. Oh, I'm getting on a big plane. Flying out of here.
Yeah. I'm so
Well,
important.
Yeah.
The bad news to that is
Southwest,
I have an
baby.
extra hour to spend money there.
Yeah.
That's okay.
So that's all right.
I'll give you a list.
Yeah, so it'll be fun. But, folks, we want you to chime in. Another beautiful morning as you're waking up today. Yesterday, it was 68 degrees in the morning. It felt cool again this morning, so fall definitely in the air. And just want to remind you this morning, wake up with an attitude of gratitude. Maybe you're going through a tough situation. I was telling you, I took the test and all that, and don't worry. I'm not COVID positive, but I've had just that groggy sinus, and once I get on the air and start talking, it's weird because it starts to clear up. But, man, I've just been kind of choked up since Friday, and I think the thing is
Maybe that front brought some funky.
Yeah, it was weird, man, and I've just been kind of groggy, and just choked up, and I get real choked up on Tuesdays when I'm next to you, Jason. But
Oh.
but here's something I want to tell folks, man. If you get to a point to where you feel like you're just inundated and things are coming at you at all directions, I mean, that's not a bad thing sometimes. It's a blessing.
No, it's really not.
It's a blessing to be busy. But, one thing that I've really learned, especially since we had Caden, I mean, that was the first child, our sweet little Braylon is like, okay, you got your one child. Then Caden came, and we're like, wait a minute, whoa, this is a lot more. And so what we realized is, okay, where are we going to start prioritizing? And folks know that's why we came back to this area, because the priority was family. We wanted to be around our family with our second child. And I wanted my mom, she's already seen her grandbabies, 8 times now. She would have seen them 8 times in 10 years maybe.
Yeah, if you'd stayed in Fargo.
And so, think this morning about your priorities and realize that, is what you're doing where you want to be. Think about that. Truly think about
that's really deep, Rob.
It is,
I
man.
mean, it really is. I mean, I'm just sitting here thinking about my youngest grandson that's living in Nebraska and how much better and happier I would be if they were closer so I could see him.
Yeah, just think about, that phrase again, and this is why I go to Lisa Branch at Learning RX now, and we're getting that process started because that's long-term memory. I already forgot. What did I say? Is what you're doing where you want to be.
Right.
Think about that this morning. Is what you're doing, are the things that you're doing throughout the day getting you to where you want to be? I'm a big believer that where you want to be, if it's the right things, I'm saying if you want to be like doing something you shouldn't be doing, that's not of God. But here's the deal. If there's something that you want to be doing, I believe that is something that God has put in your heart, that we all have unique talents. And I don't want anybody this morning to feel inadequate either. There's some folks that wake up saying, you know what, man, I don't feel like I'm making a difference. And that's where real terrible depression, and I've been in that place. I really have. And I want to encourage people this morning that you do make a difference, that you do have unique talents. And it doesn't matter where you're at. It doesn't matter how many friends you have or don't have. Think about that this morning. And maybe you're a parent and you've got wonderful children. Encourage your children.
Yes.
Encourage them every day. One thing that we do with Braylon now, and the first time it was kind of goofy, but now I'm like, now I get it. So we do little daily affirmations with her. It came from that movie, like there was some movie that was like, you pretty, you know what I'm talking. Have you ever seen that movie?
I haven't seen it, but I've watched, the videos that you shared with us about the affirmations.
I don't remember what it was like.
It is just so awesome to see her, do that.
It's the truth, man.
And her face lights up.
Well, there was a movie, and this lady was like, she was kind of the nanny, and they ended up firing her or whatever, but she was always tell the little girl, you're pretty, you's happy, you's beautiful. Someone that's watching knows exactly what I'm talking about this morning, that movie.
Hey, right there, The Help.
The Help, that's it. There you go.
It.
Quentin knew. That's what I love about this show. There we go. Casey Cruz over at Hometown Title knew. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look. You're kind. You're smart. And Amy knew. See, people know. That's why I love people interacting with us. So we do that with Braylon, but instead of saying like "you's pretty," I tell her to say "I am," and so she goes, "I am pretty. I am smart. I am." And the biggest one is I tell her is I say, "Jesus loves me." And she says that, and then she gets really excited for the last one that says, I am important. And then she'll say all of them. She'll go, Jesus loves me, I'm pretty, I'm beautiful. And then she'll go, I'm important, and she screams that one.
I know. It is so cute to see her do that.
But say those things over your children. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact,
but
I
not
think it
just
builds
your
confidence.
kids. Do it for yourself.
Well, I don't,
I mean, just a little something, guys. It can make a huge impact on your day. You have to believe in yourself as well.
What do you say in the morning, Jason?
Different stuff.
Put him on the spot.
Most of the time, I'm looking at myself in the mirror going, what the hell were you thinking?
Yeah, right. Jason gets in there and goes, I'm handsome, I'm strong, I'm tactical. See, that's
and then I'm like, yeah, go back to bed, you idiot.
Yeah. I got a good beard. I got a good lady. See, that's all you got to do, man.
Yeah.
Deneen agrees. If she's not, by the way, Deneen's somewhere out there, and she agrees. So,
Is she?
yeah, she's somewhere out there today. She
I don't
agrees.
see her online.
Yeah.
Maybe she's awake. I don't know.
She's somewhere out there today. But anyways, welcome in. I promise we're going to bring Terri into the conversation here in a little bit.
On.
We're going to chat with her and learn more about what she's up to. Before we do, we're going to take a break, though, first. And then the next segment, we're going to talk with Terri in depth. Want to remind you today that, of course, our keyword this week is remember. Obviously, yesterday was Patriots Day, a very solemn day for our country. We spent all day yesterday on the show talking about just remembrance of 9/11.
You know what we need to do today?
What is that?
We need to see everybody put their flags out today.
Yeah.
We need 9/12 again.
What you're right. You know, I didn't even think about that. The day after, everybody had their flags flying.
That's right.
You couldn't find or order a flag inside this country on 9/12.
You're right.
So that is the key
If
word.
you have a flag and you have a way to hang it, guys, put it outside your home, put it outside your business, and let's show everybody that we remember.
You know what I'm gonna do? That's a good idea, and I'm gonna put a thread on Hello Huntsville Facebook page.
Yes.
And I'm gonna put a comment there, and you reply with pictures of your flag.
I am. As soon as I get back, my flag is going up on the shop.
Great. Well, we're giving away more prizes to be announced today, but I've got some goodies that we're going to be giving away. We had a $25 gift card yesterday. Prizes today we're giving away. And all you got to do is text in the keyword remember along with your name on the Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line at 936-339-0139.
It always brings up food in the morning.
And we didn't even get kolaches this morning.
I can't have kolaches
But
right
but
now.
I did get coffee.
Well,
that was specifically for you,
I
Terri.
know. You're looking out after me.
So again, text the keyword remember, or if you're from our friends in Fargo, Jerica, you know that some people say this, remember, along with your name. There's a guy
No
up there.
wonder she doesn't want to come see you. You keep poking at her.
Hey, there was a guy that was on the radio broadcast whenever I announced that I was in. I've learned in the media industry just to ignore some people. You're not going to please everybody.
Right.
There was one guy that commented, and I saw it because I was tagged in a post. It was like, hey, Rob, thanks for being here. You know, we're going to miss you. Whatever. A lot of great folks, a lot of great support. Well, there was one guy said, good, I'm glad he's leaving. I got tired of hearing his southernisms.
Oh, wow.
So it's probably the same guy that goes, remember. So keyword is remember, along with your name. Again, on that Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line, 936-339-0139. There is something hidden, by the way. It's an Easter egg. It's something that we've been messing up on this show, and it's messed up today. You guys don't know about it, I promise. It was brought to my attention yesterday. And so if you find it, let us know. There's a special gift. And you know what? Comment to us or text us on the text line. But we need to figure out, we need to know from you what we have continuously messed up on this show now, literally for almost, well, I'd say about a month now. And it's going to continue to mess up until someone points it out. And that's all the advice I'm going to give you.
Okay.
It's nothing with y'all.
So you know what it is?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know what it is until yesterday.
Until someone pointed it out
One
to
of
you.
our guests pointed it out on the show.
Really?
They said, you know what you've been messing up on? I said, no. And they told me in a break. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to acknowledge that. But let's turn it into a contest. And so this could be a thing that goes on for years, or it could be determined today that someone has figured out what it is.
Yeah.
What is it? Watch the show.
We may have to come up with a prize for that.
I was just thinking, what are they going to get if they...
We need some motivation.
Yeah.
In the back, man, the guest yesterday, it was Karen and Denise. And I think Denise is the one that found it. Denise, you better not give it away.
Denise cannot win.
Denise, you cannot win. Yeah, I owe Denise, by the way. She won some stuff from the Color Bar, and we never picked it up.
But
Denise,
she cannot win this prize.
No, you can't win this prize, Denise, because you know what it is. But I'll give you a special prize as well, another one. But I'm thinking I'm thinking like in the tune of $100, man. I mean, it's that big.
That big?
It's that big of a deal.
Is it really?
And I'm going to ask Diego down the street. Maybe he can put together maybe even, you know what, Randolph, too. I'm going to get Randolph to donate some stuff from Granny Mary's.
Yeah,
it's that big of a deal.
Like a little,
Well, give us some more hints, because I want to enter this contest.
well,
You gotta play along.
All that I can
some more
say
hints.
is be alert. When
Okay.
you watch the show, be very, very, very alert about what's going on the show.
Okay.
So should we go back and watch old shows?
Yeah,
that we
I mean,
can
Yeah,
kinda see?
there's no rules that you can't go.
It's nothing to do with the guest. It's consistently wrong every single day for about the past month or so.
Okay, that's
All
it.
right.
And it's weird. And it's
No.
not. And it's not me growing, by the way. That's not the hidden
So
thing.
let's work together and then we'll share the prize.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
So figure that out, folks. But again, go ahead and text us your name along. Oop, we're going to get to that in a minute. Go ahead and text us your name along with the keyword remember on the Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line 936-339-0139. We got more to come here. Man, I'm just bouncing all over the place here. I'm trying to get back to the right video.
Come on, ADD. Slow down.
ADD. Take a deep breath. We're going to slow down, take a break. When we come back, we're going to formally bring on Miss Terri Coleman,
All right.
Coldwell
Yes.
Banker, talk about some of the great success she's had and a new feature that you're going to see on the website now. We launched that
Yes.
yesterday, and Terry's going to be a part of that as well. And we got a lot of great things happening, so stay tuned in. It's your show, not my show, not Jason's show.
No, it's your show.
It's your show, Huntsville. Good morning, Huntsville. We'll be right back after this. Stay with us.
USA News, I'm Lance Pry. Capitol Police arrested 7 activists yesterday who had broken into House Speaker Kevin McCarthy's office in Washington. The protesters sat cross-legged on the floor of McCarthy's office with arms locked, yelling PEPFAR. That's being the president's global emergency plan for AIDS relief, a program that has recently been caught up in Congress's negotiations over a government shutdown. The current PEPFAR funding runs out at the end of the month. The number of Americans who believe technology will make their job obsolete has increased to 22%, according to the latest Gallup poll, and it's the sharpest increase in 6 years. The rise is largely seen among college-educated workers, which sits about 20%, nearly the same as non-college educated. This change could largely be traced to the release of ChatGPT last November, with its ability to mimic human language and writing. The fear is no longer just robots standing in for humans in warehouses and assembly lines, but the expansion into the office world as well. Just hours after Pennsylvania police raised the award for tips that lead to the capture of escaped convict Danilo Cavalcante to $25,000, the convict was spotted again, this time armed with a rifle. On a phone interview last night, an unidentified Pennsylvania state trooper confirmed that there was a sighting of the convict. Then early this morning, a Facebook post by state police said their officers were pursuing Mr. Cavalcante in South Coventry Township of Chester County, and that he was armed with a weapon. Police have urged everyone in the area to be vigilant as the chase for the illegal immigrant and murderer convict enters its 13th day. The New York Jets announced that Aaron Rodgers' X-rays were negative after he left the game during the team's season-opening drive last night. It's believed that the 4-time MVP is suffering an Achilles injury. Thanks for listening. It's well appreciated. We are USA News.
For adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy, now there's Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months, and Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Nothing in me go hand in hand. Nothing on my skin, that's my new plan. Nothing is everything.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, you could achieve 90% clearer skin. Ask your doctor about the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at GuardianDefenseLLC.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas.
When you live and work in the town where you were born and raised, lots of people become just like family. I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Over the years, we've shared a lot of good times and some tough times, and I'm honored to be the one you call on in your time of need. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, our goal is to help our neighbors in need and always provide the most outstanding service available, even on those really tough days. I thank you for your trust in us. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we're here for you.
All right, back at. How about a little rock music to come in here?
Yeah,
As
Terry's rocking the house.
As
right.
as we bring on the #1 producing large team and closed units, August 2023. It is your team, Coldwell Banker. Terry, you get the rock star treatment today. You got the
All
coffee.
right.
You got the coffee. You get the intro. You get the rock music.
Yes.
Got my water.
What else are we missing?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
The mimosas. That's it.
That's true. The
Yeah.
mimosas.
We can't do that though because we're on Spirit Radio. You know,
That's
so we
yeah,
gotta,
we can't mimosa.
we can't mimosa.
No,
So,
not today.
Unless mimosa meant like no,
Orange
never mind.
juice.
Yeah, never mind, and it doesn't. Terry Coleman.
Well, it has orange juice.
Yeah. Well, Terri Coleman joining us. You're going to see something new now on Hello Huntsville, and this has been in the works now for a few months, and we're so excited to be able to bring this now. If you'll go to our website on HelloHuntsvilleTX.com, and if you roll over our menu section under Guides and Features, you will see a new section right below the legal corner with Sam Moak that now says Real Estate Experts. And when you click on that link, it's going to say East Texas Real Estate Experts. And you're going to see articles now alongside Vicki McKenzie, our good friend, Terri Coleman. They are the real estate experts here in Huntsville. And so excited to be able to showcase y'all and what you're doing with Coldwell Banker. So
Thank you.
Vicki's
Thank
article went up yesterday. Yours is going to be up later after the show today.
That's right.
And a lot of great information you're going to find from both of these ladies. And we're excited. We're going to have Terri on here once in a while. We'll have Vicki on here once in a while. And that is how we're branding this as your Coldwell Banker team and the real estate experts here in East Texas. So if you need real estate, Terri, got to give her a call. Holla
That's
at her.
right. Holler at me.
That's the new tagline.
Holla.
We're gonna make a T-shirt and it's gonna say "Holla at you, girl."
Holla at you. You got it.
I just wanted Terri to say that. Love it. Well, Terri, I showed a graphic here, and
Yes.
before we dig into that, you've been in this community such a long time. You know so many people. You're genuine with folks. But Terri, I think that the biggest thing too is you just love what you do.
I do.
And it's been a long time. You've been, and I don't say that like in a negative way. It's a good thing when you've been in business a long time because you've learned the ins and outs, continued education. You're continuing to learn. Let us know just a little bit about your history, the connection to Huntsville, and all that stuff before we dig into the real estate side.
Well, I came to Huntsville in 1980 to go to Sam Houston. Graduated in 84, went off, got into the multifamily real estate industry with one of the largest real estate industry companies, Apartment Complex Dynasty Management Group. From there, I went into residential real estate, came back to Huntsville, married Max Coleman, professor at Sam Houston, and we've been married for 37 years.
Wow.
I've been in I've been in the real estate business for 33 years. And so when I started out in the real estate business, Rob, you're not going to believe it, but there was no computers. We had what we called the black book that we carried around with all the listings and everything. Yeah, completely different world back then. Today, it's completely different. Everything moves fast. And so, yes,
And
continuing
cell phones.
education. And we had cell phones. Yeah, we do have cell phones now, which makes a big difference. So, yeah, I came from the dark ages to the light ages.
I love it. Well, you've seen, and it's so important though because you've seen the whole journey how real estate has changed over the years too, and you have to stay on top of it, and you have done that. I go back and think about this book that you're talking about. I mean, there was like no really. Was there MLS then? But was it electronic? How did it work? Was there like a multiple listing type service somehow?
Well, there was only that it was one person in town we would turn our listings in. He would type them up and then disperse them back to all the offices, and so then we would be able to have like all the Homes of Huntsville's listings, all of Markham Realty. They would have all of Caldwell Banker's listings, although there was not a Caldwell Banker in Huntsville at that time. And we just kept it on the book, and then that would change every week.
So there wasn't like going on, Zillow and those
Zillow.
online places and being able to shop. You had to go see someone.
Yeah, you had to go
find
see
out
someone,
what was available.
and they had to take you to the house. And then if you wanted to write a contract, had to be written, and then I would drive it over to the other agent's office. And then when they got a response, they would drive it back to me. Yeah, it was a long process. But also the deal is that because of that and being in the industry so long, I have seen the markets go up and down and go into a circle. And so I've worked through lots of different markets, through the highs, the lows, the depressed, the foreclosure market, everything. So I have experience in all of that.
It's like we're in a season right now. Of course, the '08 season was terrible. I don't know if I mentioned this story to you. I won't go into details, but I'll never forget someone that was trying to help me get a mortgage back then said, "You own your own business. Just add an extra. We need an extra $100. Just add it to a pay stub and turn that into us." And years later, I would find out that's probably highly illegal, and that's why so many of these companies, mortgage companies, flipped over.
That's right.
And why the market crashed. Everybody, it was kind of the Wild West, if you will, for all these. Jason, you and I we should have known each other back then. We should have gotten into the mortgage business.
That's what I'm talking about.
It was crazy times.
Yeah, and now, and thankfully, everybody kind of rose through that, and there's still some repercussion, but, our country in that side of things got back on track a little bit better, more aware now.
Checks and balances. They
Different,
have to
that's
occur.
the word I was looking for.
That's right.
And so, you moved through that. The 80s were a bad time for a lot of folks. Interest
Yes,
rates
it
were through
was.
the roof.
Yes. My first home that we bought was at 14% interest rate.
Oh, my.
So, yeah. And interest rates went higher, even higher after that. So this, where we're at now, 8.5%, that doesn't bother me. Although it does bother some people.
Man, that's crazy because I was working with a good friend. I don't mind giving him a shout out because he's a great guy, Russell Barnett.
I love Russell.
Man, Russell, he told me exactly what I needed to do. I had other folks and back at home, they were like, well, you can fix your credit, and you can do this, and you can go do this. Russell was like, don't do any of that. He said, look, I'm going to be transparent with you, man. It's going to take you 6 to 8 months. So do this, this, and this, and then call me back, and we'll be ready. And I did exactly what he told me. Guess what? I was ready. And he guided me through the whole. And I'll never forget, though, he called me because I think our interest rate, I want to say it's like 3.5%. And he called me and he goes, because my credit, it wasn't like terrible, but it needed some work.
Yeah.
And some other things. And he was like, stay away from the credit repair things. That's all. He's like, that'll mess you up. He's like, just go pay this off and then call me back and see. And I did what he told me to do. And so my score went up, and it went up enough to get what we needed. But it was funny because he called. He's like, yeah, the best I can get you is like 3.5. And I was sitting there, my jaw dropped because my first mortgage was 6.25.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, sorry, the rate right now is like 2.8, but the best I can get you is 3.5. I was ecstatic. I was like,
Yeah.
I'll take it.
yeah, what are you talking about? And,
Where do I sign?
Yeah, where do you sign? And he was awesome, but it takes good people who are knowledgeable, who look out for your best interests. And Terry, that's what you do. You look out for the best interests, and you're going to shoot straight. You're not going to sugarcoat
That's
the deal.
right.
And this, let's segue into this real quick, okay?
Yeah.
Hold that up, Terry.
Okay.
Hold that
Okay.
up.
Hold it back up.
This
Put it on camera.
You were talking a while ago, Terry.
Yes.
About the golden days of real estate.
Yes.
Where it's all about being friendly like a neighbor. Whenever you were mentioning, you got to go to this person and go, I was thinking of going to my neighbor. I'm going to think of you as my neighbor. And what do neighbors do?
Your next door agent, if you need to borrow a cup of sugar or just need some real estate answers or need some real estate help, Terri Coleman's your next door agent.
There you go.
There
Terri
you
Coleman,
go.
your next door agent.
Is that corny or what?
I love
but
it.
But I think people will remember my cup of sugar.
You're right. And here's the deal. The next time, we had the toilet paper apocalypse. We are going to have a sugar apocalypse one day. And guess what? Terri Coleman's going to be
Terry's going to be
Terri Coleman.
She's going to be the hero.
She's going to
That's
be the
right.
only
The
one.
sugar hero.
Whenever you showed up, I forgot we talked about that. I
Yeah.
thought, man, that lady puts a lot of sugar in her coffee.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, is she going to have some
She
coffee
gonna have
with her
some
sugar?
That's right.
Have
I
some
was
coffee
like,
with the sugar.
I know sweet coffee, some people do, but Lord.
but a little half a cup. Where's my?
Oh, there, wait,
there
hold
we
on.
go.
There you go. That one right there. There
Okay.
you
The
go.
one right here.
Okay,
Yeah.
that is quite a bit.
Yeah.
But
So there you go. When it's your next door agent, Terri Coleman, going to take great care of you, the real estate
That's
expert.
right.
Let us know maybe a little bit about just kind of the lines of real estate that you deal with, because you kind of dabble in quite a bit. I know residential, a little bit of commercial.
I do residential. I do commercial. I do leasing. I do just a little bit of everything. I've had the experience with it all. So, and the other thing too is Huntsville is growing. We're in a growth spurt. And so that keeps a big demand for real estate property up here, both commercial and residential. And the other thing too, Huntsville was just recently named one of the best places to come and retire and live at.
Oh, let's keep
Really?
that.
So,
Let's keep that quiet.
Yeah,
though,
it
can't
is.
we?
Keep it quiet.
Please, that happened in Georgetown, and then all of a sudden, man. Anyways, I love Huntsville.
So yes.
I don't want it to change.
So we have
that
a lot
much.
of investors coming in looking because of the growth. So that's where the commercial business.
good.
If you've got a little piece of commercial property, now might be the time to put it on the market because we are growing. We're growing fast.
I want to say this, and I mean this, and I was just joking by that. Georgetown became the #1 destination for retirees to move to for many, many, many years. Sun City chose to build in
Oh,
Georgetown.
I remember that. I know
20,000
Sun
plus
City.
retirees. But here's the deal, and I say this, you know me, guys, and if you've watched, maybe you're watching for the first time, so you don't know, but we're always going to lift people up, be positive, and talk good on this show. That's what the show is. It's an inspirational show about our community, lifting up people in our community, folks such as Terry and Jason and many others. But I want to say this, and Mayor Broniger was on this show, and I didn't even talk to him about it. He hit the nail on the head. I said, Mayor, what's one of the biggest challenges? Because, in November, he's done. And he has been a blessing to this community. And I love his faith. He's open about his faith. He's open about this community. He loves Huntsville. He's like the mayor. I think of Mayor Broniger as the mayor's mayor.
Yeah.
If you were in a club of mayors, he would be like the guy that led it. He'd be the mayor's mayor of all these other mayors and wherever. But he said this term that I've always said this. I asked him, I said, what's the biggest challenge, Mayor, that you see in the next 10 to 20 years as Huntsville continues to grow? He goes, maintaining our culture as the community grows. He goes, because we have something unique in Huntsville, Texas that I don't want to go away. And he hit the nail on the head. And I don't say this out of disrespect or anywhere I came from, but when you allow an influx of people to come in so fast, there needs to be, I don't want to say a barrier, because it's not good for anybody, but there needs to be an education component that says, hey, we want you to come. We do. We want folks to move in. But we also want you to embrace the culture that's here. Bring your ideas. That's great. That's how we grow and different things happen. But also learn about the community first and embrace the ideas. And if there's things from a place that you're moving from that you don't like, don't bring
it here.
Don't bring it here, because that's what makes Huntsville great.
That's right.
So I did want to say that, not in a negative way, but just take time. If you're new to the community, I'm joining HLI.
Yes.
And the reason it's Huntsville Leadership Institute through the Chamber, the reason I'm bringing all this up is I want to learn more about this community. Even though I'm very involved, there's tons of things that I have no idea about. I want to learn more about the fabric and the culture of Huntsville. So as we continue to really grow our roots here, because we don't want to leave. I mean, this is where we're at now. I want my kids to grow up here. My children, if K-boning, sorry, K, children. But I want my roots to go deep into the earth, because that's the culture of this community. That culture goes so deep into the ground of Huntsville. And I want to learn more about the culture and what has made this community so great. And I don't want to lose those things.
Exactly.
So anyways,
Exactly.
that was my little spill there.
Exactly. I also want to point out something else. When you brought up Russell Barnett, let me just tell you, I work with a lot of mortgage companies. But when my own 2 boys got ready to buy a home, I put them with Russell.
That's great.
That's the one I trusted. So, not that I don't trust others, because I work with a lot of them, but he's hometown Huntsville. He knows and he looks out for everything. So he did with my boys much similar to what he did with you. He told them, you need to do this, 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 and they both got low interest rates.
Yeah, it was so cool because it's like, he wasn't looking to make a quick buck. He was looking
That's right.
he was looking out for me in the best interest of me.
And you don't
it
see
paid
that
off.
that often anymore.
No, because it's a lie. Here's the thing. It's like this is what I always say. And earlier today we talked about some inspirational stuff about, knowing that you make an influence, that you make a difference in folks' lives, that you make an impact. But I wanted to encourage folks about this too, that whenever you go into a business relationship with somebody, I don't try to make friends with like everybody that I meet, but I have that mindset of like, what, this person is a friend. I don't intentionally go out and say, well, man, I'm going to go walk across the street and talk to Blaine so I can become his friend over at Cloud9. But guess what? I walked over there and ate, and now I consider Blaine a friend.
Right.
So what I'm getting at is think about the relationships and the people that you cross paths with in life. And I want those to be life-lasting relationships. Even in business, when I had my IT company, there's still people to this day that still call my number because they forget that I'm out of business. I sold that business in 2018. I'm still getting called. Rob, can you? Nope, sorry, I got rid of that business. But that's what it's about. It's the life-lasting relationship. And so today, as you're doing your business dealings, even if you're an employee, think about, is what you're doing life-lasting? Or is it just a real quick one-hit wonder and you're done? I don't believe in that. I believe that we need to set ourselves up for a future life-lasting relationship. And that's what you just talked about with Russell.
It is.
And that's what you're going to get from Terri Coleman.
That's right.
From Coldwell Banker. Terri, some success that just happened. I wanted to point this out. We showed it up on the screen a little bit ago.
Yeah, show it again.
So the number one producing large team, this is your team. Let us know about, this is a great recognition, by the way.
Thank you. I'm very proud of our team. It's obviously the Wendy plus Zonia team that I have the honor of getting to be on that team. And not only does this team work well together, but we also do our own thing, so we can always help others, and we come together as a team. That particular team also last year won the Blue Diamond Executive Award with Caldwell Bankers. So we're always pulling together and doing great things in the real estate industry.
Terri, when you chose to go down this journey, you shared a little about your story in real estate a little bit earlier. What really made you latch on to Coldwell Banker? Because there's a lot of different ones that you could go through. Obviously, I'm not going to name any of the other ones because you're here at Coldwell Banker. But what really made you say, hey, I want to go with Coldwell Banker?
Actually, it was because of their, well, I'll tell you, the truth is that I was with Mariner Realty in Willis, who is the head of our team, Wendy, and she sold to Caldwell Bankers. And when she did that, she sold back in 2014, I believe it was. And so I stayed around just to kind of see what Caldwell Banker was like. And since then, I love it. Caldwell Bankers, they're really people-oriented. They're oriented towards the consumer. They also are very forward-thinking and aggressive as far as in the real estate industry. So it's just a good fit.
Yeah, so what's great. And, when I think of real estate businesses, I remember growing up seeing Coldwell Banker signs everywhere.
Yep, everywhere.
And so I didn't. And if you don't even know about real estate, if you saw Coldwell Banker, you'd know that they're selling a house, they're selling land, something like that. You mentioned a little bit.
And those agents are educated and will help.
Yeah, that's great. Well, you had mentioned a little bit earlier too, just about the growth in this community and how things continue to grow and develop. As I'm driving out, there's so much land out there, and it seems like a lot of folks are starting to sell. Maybe it's some of the the generations kind of pass it down, and then now folks are looking. They're saying, hey, you know what? I want to be able to provide for my family. Can you give us some insight maybe into some of the trends happening, maybe specifically here? You mentioned it's still a pretty good market. A lot of developments coming in. I know at New Waverly, I was surprised. Someone told me like 2,000 homes coming into that area.
Yes.
2,000?
Yes. So Huntsville, Houston is moving towards us. And then, of course, with the growth at Sam Houston State, it's a very, and with the culture that we have here, it's very appealing to a lot of people. And then now that so many people can work from home, why not? This is the place to be. Why not? And it's the hometown feel and everything. So our even with interest rates going up, typically prices will come down. And our prices have come down some, but not like it has in other areas. Properties are staying on the market a little bit longer, but it's nothing to be concerned about. We still are a very active market here.
I talk to people all the time that say, man, I wish I would have did that deal. I wish I would have did that deal. I wish I would have bought that land. And just give your opinion on this, because there's never, in my opinion, and around this area, and this is my opinion, I'm not going to tell people go out and do something, then something happens, but it's just my opinion. But I don't think there's ever really a bad time to buy land. I mean, it's only going to continue. Historically, based on historical data,
That's
it's
right.
only going to go.
They're not making any more.
Exactly.
And you know what's going to happen is, if there's an opportunity now that you have to purchase a property,
do it.
do it, because in 10 years from now, guess what? You're going to say, I wish I would have done that 10 years ago.
Yeah, because look at the price now.
I bought, perfect example, and I've mentioned on the show, I bought a lot out at Lake Buchanan. This was, 2018 when I sold my IT business. So what are we talking about? 5 years ago. A little lot out in the hill country. It's it's kind of up high, and if we would build a 2-story structure, you'd be able to see the water, the Lake Buchanan there in the hill country in Burnett County, Texas. And I bought that lot, a little small lot. It was 90 by 60, little 0.11 acre lot. But I bought it because it was for sale for like $2,800.
Exactly. And it is, and today?
And today they valued it at over 14, and I'm getting offers. I mean, the latest offer that someone wanted that from me for was 18 grand. You're talking in 5 years, turning $3,000 to 18. I mean, that's a
phenomenal return.
5, 6. What is 6 and 3? That's a 6-time return.
Yeah.
Well, real estate's
not selling
always been a great investment, and like Jason said, they're not making any more. So whether you invest in land, which is always a great deal, or in a home, either way, they're both good.
I was just thinking of whenever you said it, that they're not making any more. I wonder who, it's going to be fun to look back on this years from now, who is going to be the first, this is way out, this is far out right now.
Come on,
who's going to be
me.
who's going to be the first real estate agent to make a transaction on property on the moon?
There you go.
Oh, wow.
Someone's going to be.
Yeah, somebody is.
One day that's going to happen. So
I think that will, and I think that they will build underwater communities as well.
Look at this, man. We're getting a little.
We're getting way out there.
Yeah.
A little sci-fi this morning.
So, anyway.
And I'm not a sci-fi guy.
Well, back in the 80s, you could buy a star. So if you could buy a star, yes, you're right. One day you'll probably be able to buy a little patch on the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet if you Google it, you could probably do it today anyway.
Somebody would send you a piece of paper saying that you own this for a little bit of money.
Yeah.
It's kind of like those companies that mint coins, but they're not officially U.S. mint. Have you seen these on TV late at night? Like, buy the all-new Golden Eagle coin, blah, blah, blah. And then at the end, it's like, this is not affiliated with the United States Mint.
Yes.
So it's somebody generating something.
But people still collect that stuff, man. I mean, they're looking at, what's supposed to be in there, the gold or the silver or some kind of precious metal.
Yeah. So speaking of precious, real estate is precious. And so
Yeah.
if you have an opportunity today, call up someone like Terri Coleman. She is the real estate expert here in this area. She's going to guide you through the process, and you'll see her along with Vicki on our website now at hellohuntsvilletx.com. That'll be in our newsletters that go out every week, so there'll be some articles that you'll see.
Yes.
And just trends. It's not just going to be an advertorial. It's going to be an opportunity for you to learn more about market trends, what's hot in the community, what maybe not. Maybe there are some things maybe there are some things that don't buy. You guys are going to educate folks in the community on what they need. And then at the end of it, you'll be able to find out information about how to connect with Terri. Speaking of which, how can folks connect with you? Maybe there's somebody out there today saying, you know what? Man, I'm so glad Terry's on this show today because I've been thinking about real estate and I have no idea what I'm doing. Today's the day they wanted to connect with somebody, and here you are. How can they find you?
Well, my cell number, which is really the best way, is 936-581-4434, or my email is Terri, 2 R's and an I, Coleman @CaldwellBankers.com.
So we got it there.
Those
yeah.
those are the two easiest and best ways to connect with me.
That's the best way to get a hold of Terri, and she is going to guide you through the process and make it a breeze. And she's going to shoot straight with you. You know, I've dealt with back in the day, nowhere around here, but an agent that just was eager to make a deal, and I knew in the bottom of my heart that I probably wouldn't be able to get this, but they were like taking me around everywhere and doing that, and then. You know, as soon as they found out that I didn't have the resources, they like quit calling me back.
They dropped you.
But they should have did that from the get-go. They should have called me at first and said, Rob, here, look, before we go out and waste anybody's time, here's this, and that. You know, I've got a friend.
There's a step pattern for it.
I've got a friend right now back at home that has a pretty big property that he's trying to help someone sell. And people will call him, and he's an agent, and they'll call him, and he tells them up front, like, here's what's going on with this property. Tells it he's very upfront with them, and it's a good drive for him. I mean, we're talking, you know, an hour to get out to this place. And so he'll tell them, look, I want to help you, but here's the reality of the situation, da-da-da-da-da. Well, people will just kind of, and this isn't on the real estate side. Now this is on the consumer side. They're sitting there oh, yeah, we'd love to go see. Well, then get out there, and everything he told them was the truth. So now he's wasted his time driving out there.
Right.
So it kind of works both ways. Be honest with each other,
It
right?
works both ways, yes. That's why we always try to encourage people to go ahead and get pre-qualified, find out what you can afford. Doesn't mean you can, we're going to look for that or spend that much money, but just find out what you can afford. So that we're not out looking, say, for $500,000 homes if you can afford $150,000 home, so.
Don't set those expectations too high so that you are disappointed at the end.
That's right. So there's a process, and I walk you through the process and help you do that.
Again, you can call Terri at 936-581-4434. That's 936-581-4434 for your agent next door. Or
with the sugar.
With the sugar. Or you can email terri.coleman@cbrealty.com. terri.coleman@cbrealty.com.
That's wrong.
That is wrong.
Yes.
That's the one I sent to you.
No, it's Terri.Coleman at CBUnited.
Well, hold on.
I didn't hear the United.
Hold up. Terri, I wonder if it redirects to you. Because have you been getting my emails?
No.
Okay, well, that's probably why then. Okay.
There you go.
There you go. So, yeah, terri.coleman@cbunited.com.
Yes.
There you go. So we got it. Appreciate it, Terri, and excited. We're going to have you on from time to time, and, you'll be seeing a lot of Terri and Vicki on our website. Again, they are the real estate experts here in Huntsville. Is it Huntsville or Huntsville? I got to ask you that first.
Huntsville.
So you never.
Huntsville.
It depends on who it is.
Yeah.
What are you?
Huntsville.
Mine's both. It depends on what day it is.
It really, yeah. I mean, it depends on who I'm speaking to. Are they, East Texas, or are they from somewhere else?
Yeah. See, it's like I love that. It's either are you from East Texas or somewhere else. It's like
it's different.
It's our own little world down here.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, Southeast Texas is its own little world.
Yeah, that's it. Well, man, we're excited. Again, keep up to date with the website. Subscribe to the newsletter if you haven't already. You can go to hellohuntsvilletx.com, and you'll be able to see more
Yeah, there's so
information
many
from
great
Terri.
articles on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Terri, thanks for being here today.
Well, thank you.
Your next door agent. And if you need sugar.
Sugar
give me a call.
Apocalypse.
That's right. Yeah.
Just save it under Sugar Apocalypse.
Yeah, there you go. So save it on there. Terri, so great to have you on. Appreciate you so much.
Thank you, Rob.
All right.
It was so good to see you.
Well, friends, we're going to wrap up this segment. We've got one final segment and a surprise.
Don't forget the surprise.
Don't forget the surprise. Waiting here. And it is not the Easter egg that we were talking about earlier.
No.
So somebody, by the way, said, is it something to do with the commercials? It is not. And so, again, if you can find out what it is, there's something that's wrong with this show, and I promise it's not Jason or I. There's a little bit wrong with us, but we're all.
Look, man, we deniable. We have to deny that.
Yeah, we got to look. We're
plausible deniability, right?
We're going to talk positive about ourselves instead of somebody saying you ain't right, boy. We're just ignoring that. You are right. Everything's good.
There we go.
So before we take that break, I want to remind you this morning. Text in the keyword. It is remember along with your name to 936-339-0139 to the Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line. For now, though, we'll step aside, take a break as we wrap it up with our special guest, and we'll be calling our winner at the end of the show here. It is Good Morning Huntsville. Stay with us.
All right.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas. Illuminate your child's future at Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools in Huntsville. Established in 1997 by Kay Boning, our award-winning center merges Christian values with 25 years of Montessori excellence, promoting wonder and discovery in every child. As the only Montessori school within 45 miles, we provide a fun and friendly environment, individualized Montessori methods, and love and care as if each child were our own. Safety is a priority, and with a recent $50,000 investment, our facilities inspire growth, creativity, and learning. Plus, as a nonprofit, we open Montessori doors to families of all economic backgrounds. Partner with the community pillar where every child's promise shines bright. Discover Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools today. Visit tpms.life. That's tpms.life. There's a place in Huntsville and now in Conroe where you're more than a customer, you're part of the family. A place where style meets comfort and every visit feels like a treat. Welcome to the Color Bar Hair Salon. From the moment you walk in, our friendly stylists work to create a look that's perfect for you. Whether it's a fresh cut, a vibrant new color, or a blowout for that special occasion, at the Color Bar, we've got you covered. We pride ourselves on creating an environment where our guests can relax, enjoy a beverage, and let us do the pampering. We use top-notch products like Kevin Murphy and Orby, and even offer Valami hair extensions for those looking to add a little extra flair. And when it's got to be perfect, we ensure you leave looking and feeling your best self. But don't just take our word for it. Book a reservation or buy a gift card online and experience it firsthand. Visit us online at colorbartx.com and discover why, at the Color Bar Hair Salon, you get an experience that goes beyond. The Color Bar, where you belong. See you soon.
I just wanted that to go a little bit longer so you get that.
Oh, you wanted that? I can't get that high.
What about 20 years ago? No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Just kidding. What's up, Jason? How you doing?
Oh, man, I'm doing great.
Oh, we had to have some fun, man.
We
You
did.
set yourself up, brother.
Yeah, just, you know,
Oh, man. Welcome, man. Welcome in. Here we go.
back live.
Back live. Look, we have a guest in the house today. What's
Yeah.
up?
Not much. Glad to be home.
Welcome back. So good to have you back. So
Glad to be back.
Miss Deneen is here with us today, and we love you, Deneen. And we said earlier, we said we have a guest that everyone loves, and it's a special,
Yeah.
special lady, and she is back. And Good to have you back in town. You were gone to Arizona.
Yes, sir.
Are you okay letting us know? Is there any HIPAA violation if we talk about it?
No.
Okay.
No, because I'm talking about it.
All right. So everything went great, though. A little shoulder
Everything, yes.
surgery.
Total shoulder replacement. It's not a reverse. It's a shoulder replacement. Wonderful, wonderful experience with the group that I was with. They're Dr. Perry. They're in the Core Institute. They're outside of Phoenix. They are wonderful. They're dynamite. Nothing against our doctors here, but there I was able to get the aftercare that I couldn't have gotten here.
Yes, because somebody
Because
loves
somebody
you.
works.
Yeah.
Yes, and somebody works.
And yeah.
And it's good, though. I mean, you've got some wonderful, family back in that area. That's kind of home for you, right?
And my second home.
Second home. And where out is it? Right outside of Phoenix?
Yeah, it's
Goodyear.
Goodyear.
Oh yeah, we
Arizona.
were talking about this. I
Yeah.
said, man, is that where they make the tires?
Yeah, we were talking about that last week.
They
It was-
actually, it's where the home of Goodyear Blimp is.
Okay. So
used to be.
Yeah.
Not
It
anymore.
still goes there.
It still goes there.
the
but not
blimp
anymore.
still goes there. I was just thinking, we missed you because it was. How long were you gone for? I mean,
A month.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh.
Do you have to go back for any type of follow up on this?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you've got to fly all the way back to do the follow ups as well.
Just one.
Just one.
Okay.
Everything else we're going to do remote.
Do you mind? Are you comfortable telling us about what's entailed with the shoulder replacement surgery? I mean, that's a lot they got to go in and do.
Jason can explain it better than I can. All I know is my shoulder, 2-hour surgery took almost 4 hours.
Yikes.
My shoulder was so messed up on the inside. They had to totally reconstruct everything.
How does that process work, Jason?
I really don't know that much. I mean, I'm not a surgeon, but from what he described as her anatomy was nowhere near what it was supposed to be when he actually was able to get inside and look at it. And he's a perfectionist. I was able to see some photos of the x-rays, and she has some on her phone, and you can see the new implant, and I'm not sure what I'm looking at, but to me it looks like he did a good job. Don't know.
And so it should have been like a 2-hour, but you said
Yeah, I
It
mean,
was
here-
almost 4 hours.
wow.
It was about 4 hours long because they really had to put a longer implant, as you can
Oh,
see in
yeah,
there. I don't
yeah.
know if we want to put that on the screen, but
No, that's nothing bad. But I mean, that
But-
almost looks like that looks like a massage pit, like one of those massagers.
yeah, it does. It looks like one of those massagers.
But that's a prosthetic piece they put in
Yeah.
there, right?
That's a prosthetic piece and-
titanium.
titanium, and you've got space in the joint, and you don't have. Before they had all of this right here was all calcification and bone on bone. They had to go in and remove all that.
I think I hear that voice. I'm not poking fun, Deneen, at all, because I'd never do that. But I do hear the voice of was it Lieutenant Dan at the end of Forrest Gump?
Yes.
And he goes, "Lieutenant Dan, you got new legs." And like he takes his cane and he taps on him. He goes, "Pure titanium alloy," or something like that. So,
There you go.
but luckily for you, this isn't this is in the show. Is there pain? I mean, is it?
Actually, no. I was expecting a lot more. The only thing is it's a dull, achy down the bone where they had to drill all the way down.
Okay. Well, I'm glad.
Other than that, it's
Yeah,
really
and now
good.
it's just time to rehab.
Yeah, well, I'm so thankful, Deneen, that that this process, that everything is okay, and that you got through. Because I mean, you think about that's a major surgery. This isn't some hey walk in and out.
No.
How long were you in the hospital after? Is it one of those deals where you get out pretty quick though?
The day after,
So you got to stay overnight and then you get out.
yes.
Okay, well that's good.
And I do want to do a shout out, and I cannot remember the lady's name, but she's at the physical therapies there behind
Behind the hospital.
the hospital. And the lady that I had yesterday, she was awesome. The front desk, Neff, was that her name?
Yes.
Neff was just, that's a really good group of people. They care.
Yeah, well that's really good. That folks they need to care, they need to help out, and it sounds like you've got, the service that you needed, and people were there and compassionate, and that's what's important about it. So, well, we're glad to have you back.
I'm glad to be back.
Big announcement today too for WCRC. This is a
it's
special day.
Special day, guys.
Walker County Referral.
It's our
Cooperative.
quarterly open meeting. So that's where you are invited to come in, see what we do, see what we're about. It's going to be at the library today, starting at noon. We're gonna run 12 to 1. In the little conference room, and we invite you to come out and see what we do. We just try to uplift and promote each other's business through, learning about you and promoting your business. So
Yeah, maybe you have a business in town, and this is what I always tell business
maybe
owners.
you have an employee or
Yeah.
something that you know that needs a little treat. Let them come visit with us.
I want to let folks know, if you're in business, I mean, you can't get business unless people know about you. And I don't say this negatively, but I've talked to so many business owners over the years and businesses that unfortunately have failed. And one of the most common things that I find are those businesses aren't active in the community. And the biggest excuse is, well, I don't have time. Well, guess what? You have to schedule. You can't make time. That's one of the phrases.
No, you have to schedule it. You have to set
schedule it.
priority.
You have to set priority and schedule. My brother used to always get annoyed with that too, and people say, well, we got to make time. He's right. You cannot make time. There's no way to make time. If we could make time, we wouldn't be sitting here. We'd be multi-gazillionaires.
Right.
But what you do is you schedule time. You block off that time. You have to make it a priority as a business owner to get involved, to be active in the community. I always say organizations like the Chamber are great. Organizations like WCRC are great. To get plugged in. How are people going to find out about you if they don't know about you? You
Yeah,
can't
and it
just,
doesn't necessarily have to be a storefront, brick and mortar business. Maybe you have, something that you do like at farmers markets and fairs, or, maybe you have, a home-based business.
Candy, the cookie lady.
That this is a great way for you to come out and see if this would be a fit for you guys.
Yeah. Clay, 0 degree.
Yeah.
Man, I know we'd love to have you out there because you're candy. I don't know, you're already so busy, Clay, but if you do get a chance, come out today at noon at the library. I'm not specifically calling out Clay. I'm just thinking whenever you guys mention candy.
There's businesses and, people have that entrepreneurial spirit. This may be an opportunity that's worth an hour of your time.
I can tell you that the majority of our business here on Hello Huntsville, we do get a lot of word of mouth now as the platform grows, but the initial stepping stones, the foundation. I mean, you guys are one of the foundation sponsors here, and Terry's doing stuff with us now as well with Coldwell Banker, and you just heard from her, our real estate experts, and we've done so much business with folks through WCRC and through the Chamber, and it's because you have to get up and get active and get involved, and so maybe today you're doing that.
When I first joined WCRC, I went up there. I'm like, a friend of mine said, "Hey, enjoyed your class. We got this little thing we're starting," and this was like 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I showed up, and it's changed my business.
I'll never forget you and Ricky giving that presentation, man.
Yeah.
Back in the day on 1212 12th Street. That's an easy address to remember. So
yeah. I remember that. I remember that office.
We used to always say, meet us on Tuesdays at 12 12 12 at 12.
Yeah.
So there was it was so easy to remember.
It was. You just had to remember 12.
That's
a lot of them.
You wouldn't forget it. So,
but no, guys, seriously,
great.
come out. We're going to be at the library. We would love to have you guys come out, and meet us and chat with us and let us get to know you.
What are some of the industries? I know today it's kind of an open meeting, so anybody can come. Now, we don't ever have competing businesses
we don't
be a
have
part.
no.
But what are some industries that we're looking for in a group?
Plumber.
I know that we don't have anybody really in the trades. We have a general contractor. We've got Daryl with the pond doctor. We've got Cody Ward who does mulching and land work. But we don't have electricians. We don't have plumbers.
A dentist, a doctor.
We don't have physicians. We have financial institutions, community service.
Veterinarian.
Do what?
Veterinarian.
We don't have a veterinarian.
Vets, you know what I just thought of? I've never seen veterinarian. I guess they don't need to, but I was like, man, that'd be cool to have a vet involved. I've never seen a veterinarian active at a chamber. I just started thinking about this my entire life.
Yeah.
I've never seen a vet active in a chamber or active in a networking group.
Right.
We need a vet.
We need vets, We're welcoming everybody. We are kind of a tight-knit group. If it's something you're interested in, we have Terry, our real estate group, her and Vicky. But we try to keep that to a minimum. We have several different insurance agents that handle
different
types of insurance.
Yeah.
So but don't let that hold you back. Just because somebody may be in the group at the time doesn't mean that they plan on staying forever, and you might be able to take in their spot.
What about David Beatty represents insurance?
He does He does
Car and
PNC.
Yeah. So
Auto and stuff, and then we have Tyler Young who does life insurance type.
it's funny you mention
estate
I've done
and
business with
financial
all
plan.
these. I've done business with all these guys
I
too.
know, I do too.
Yeah, it's what I love about the group. So,
and it's a great resource, when you need help because, group message somebody right quick, get on the chat. Hey, I'm looking for this. You can get a quick referral. So it's just really, really a neat thing. So come out and give us a try.
So come on out today, noon at the library, and we'll see you there. WCRC. It's Walker County Referral Cooperative. Open anybody. Santa George said, "You have who's the cookie lady you speak of?" So when you start
Candace.
when you start speaking cookies to Santa George,
Her name is Candace. We call it, and it's Spoonhauser.
Yeah, Spoonhauser's something treats. I don't know. They're really good guys. Oh. She does make me some stuff for my diet on occasion, and I get to have little bitty small portions of it.
She makes
little niblets of it.
Yeah.
Well, it's very she uses very keto friendly, no carbohydrates, stuff like that.
That's
so
cool.
I can actually have a little treat of something.
Good deal.
Good.
She makes her own baklava. If anybody likes baklava, it's really, really good.
Clay, as I keep hearing all this, I just keep thinking 0 degrees.
Maybe they should team up and he can, maybe freeze dry some of her treats.
0 degree. Hold on. Let's just say this
Here,
today.
come on.
0 degree.
Where we
Look,
at?
subliminal, 0 degree.
0
Payday.
degree.
Man, that stuff's so good. Thank you,
Oh, I
Clay.
know.
Clay always hooks us up, man. So, well, we appreciate everybody joining us today. We're going to sign off, and we will call our
sign off.
we're gonna call our winner.
We have to call somebody.
We're going to call them. We're going to holler at them. Jason, you open the conversation.
No, I'm not opening. You are.
Deneen will open it.
They got to answer.
Hello?
Hi, this is Deneen with Hello Huntsville with Rob and Jason. How are you?
Hello. How are you? I'm doing fine.
You're our winner today.
Oh, yay.
Yes, ma'am.
What did
I'm
I
not
win?
sure what it was.
It's a surprise gift.
It's a
today.
surprise gift that
gift
we
today.
haven't figured it out yet.
We've got a hodgepodge of things we're putting together today for you. Who are we speaking with, by the way?
This is Amy Pitcock.
Amy.
I'm actually with the
Amy.
Purple
Amy.
Cactus.
Oh, the purple cactus.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Oh, awesome, Amy.
That is so cool.
So, Amy,
I see her responding all the time when I'm watching the show and not being on it.
awesome. Well, Amy, you've never won before. This is great. You've never won, have you? Yeah, I've never even.
I haven't.
Well, congratulations. How'd you find out about the show?
Actually, through Granny Mary's.
Ah.
Randy is one of our good friends. So, yeah,
Oh,
we
awesome.
were starting to listen and watch. So, yeah.
Perfect. Well, there he is. Granny Mary's Cajun
Cajun.
Cuisine text line.
Yes.
Perfect. Amy, how long have you been in Huntsville?
I have been here for probably about 13 years.
Okay. Where'd you move from, if you don't mind me
Yeah.
asking?
I'm originally from Willis.
Willis, what you talking about this morning? Come on.
Come on, such a big move.
I know.
Well, that's
I
great.
walked here. No, I'm kidding.
Well, hey, since you mentioned plug the purple cactus real quick. What is it? Tell us about it.
Okay, so the Purple Cactus, it's a Texas cottage home bakery, and I do lots of custom orders, and pretty much during the week I try to have extra orders as well so people can kind of, taste my cookies or cake balls. Like this week I'm going to have a lot of extra cake balls, but I do custom work.
She's
That's
gonna
my
make my
favorite,
mouth water.
kind of detailed custom work on cake balls and cake pops and cakes, different little things.
Man,
That's my favorite.
Awesome.
Do you have a storefront?
I do not have a storefront. I'm just a Texas cottage baker for right now, but
Well,
that
that's
might be in the
cool.
future. Not sure.
Well, if you're not busy, come out and see us at the WCRC
Yeah,
meeting.
come today
Yeah.
at lunch at the library here. And
We're
introduce yourself.
celebrating everybody's birthday, so if you wanted to,
Oh, yay.
for the month, so if you had an extra treat or two, I'm sure somebody would love a sample.
Yeah. And we'll make you feel
That
right
sounds
at
good.
We'll make you feel right
I'm
at home, Amy.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Perfect.
Hey, we're all about growth.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes,
today at
thank
noon,
you.
hopefully we'll see you. You know what? If I don't mind Bridget, I'm going to turn into a purple cactus because she's going to knock me up the head, and I got this beard, and
she's gonna put a whooping on you.
Yeah, she'll put a whooping on me. So
you better take her something home.
I better bring her home some purple cactus today. I'm going to get in trouble. So
yes.
Well, Amy, congratulations. We'll text you here in a little bit, and we'll schedule that pickup for you. And thanks so much. We always ask our guests, what do you love most about Huntsville, Amy?
For me, it's the community. It's that family feeling kind of behind the scenes. All of our small businesses, we all pull together and we take care of each other. And that is probably my most favorite about this town. I absolutely love that.
Awesome. For an extra little boost in that prize package, can you sing, it's all about community? Real quick, Amy, ready? 1, 2, 3. Ready?
It's all about community.
There you go.
There we go. All right. A team player.
Now that I'm thoroughly embarrassed.
Hey, at least you're not on camera.
Congratulations,
Okay,
Amy.
that's
Thanks for winning today, and we'll be in touch. And maybe we'll see you today at noon at the public library. Thanks so much, Amy.
Okay. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
All righty. Have a blessed day. Awesome, man. I love,
I love that.
We've been really blessed to have so many new folks and still, the folks that have been with us since day one. We love y'all and appreciate it. But thank you guys so much for sharing the news about this show. I don't say this to pop us up, but we're getting almost by the end of the day now about 600 to 700 views across the platforms. And
that is so, to hear that daily.
Yeah, but I say that because we get to highlight the great folks in this community, and it's more of an opportunity for more people to hear about folks like Terry and the real estate experts. And
our new winner, Amy, today.
And then Amy. So, keep watching, keep tuning in. One final time, if you haven't downloaded the Spirit Radio app, please go do so. You can go to, it's super simple, just go to spiritradio.fm, and we will keep you engaged throughout the day, too. Good music, inspirational music, and messages that play 24/7, 365. And then, of course, make sure you go to the website online at hellohuntsvilletx.com. Quick update on the Game Preserve fire, 95% contained. It's nothing that's out of control, obviously. The folks that have came in are local responders that took care of the initial, and then they brought in some statewide and federal help. All of those guys have done such a tremendous job.
And our community has really reached out in helping, these people and making sure they're eating and taken care of. That's really uplifting.
Yeah, and a big shout out to Delphine over at Rodeo. There's a whole host of first responders, and she took care of their tab the other. That was just amazing.
Rodeo, all these other local restaurants and stuff. That says a lot about our community.
The reason I brought that up, you can find out the latest updates and more on our website, again, at hellohuntsvilletx.com, where we promote. I'm going to change our tagline because I always say, promoting the good in Huntsville. But then I don't want to play off Greg because Greg is the hometown experts in celebrating life. But it's almost like, we want to celebrate the good happening here. So maybe we'll just keep it promoting the good in Huntsville.
We'll come up with something. Let's work on it.
We'll work on it. So that'll wrap it up today. Deneen, so good to have you back. We're so
glad
thankful.
to be home.
Yes, ma'am. We love you.
I need to go see my Huntsville grandbabies.
That's right. They're waiting on you. So Bridget and I are waiting on you. We need another date night. So we'll wait for that. We'll wait for the shoulder.
I'm ready whenever.
We'll be good. Jason, thanks for being here.
Oh, my pleasure, sir.
Guardian Defense. Visit their website too, guardiandefensellc.com.
Yeah, we've got classes this weekend. We've got room. Don't hesitate. The weather's cooling off. It's not miserable anymore. Saturday and Sunday.
Yep, Saturday and Sunday. Come on out, get on down there, and get the rest of it.
Come get the rest.
At Guardian Defense.
There we go.
We'll see them. Go by and see my buddy Jason and their wonderful family. Again, Guardian Defense. Thank you so much, Huntsville, for being a part of this one today. We'll be back at it tomorrow as, our good friends, Rick and Kay Boning. Love being here on Wednesdays as well. Rick and Kay will be with us, and we will have Elizabeth Florer on with us talking about some events happening around town tomorrow.
Awesome.
So it's going to be fun, jam-packed week, and then Tara Burnett will be joining us on Friday. We did have a cancellation on Thursday, so if you're a nonprofit in the community and you'd like to make your event known and be on the show and have fun with us, just email us. All you got to do is email hello@hellohuntsvilletx.com. Friends, as I wrap up every single show, I want to remind you this morning that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We truly need each other. Provide a word of encouragement, lend a hand of support. Somebody out there needs you. Until next time, good morning, Huntsville, and God bless. We'll see you back at it bright and early on your show tomorrow at 7 a.m. So long, everyone.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at GuardianDefenseLLC.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas.